What's up, guys? GotDave here, and I wanted to do a little review on my Honda Grom. And I know a lot of other people have done reviews on this bike already, and just yesterday I watched a guy's video that was like the 10 things that I hate about the Honda Grom, but nothing has really gotten the point across, as far as I'm concerned, about how good and at the same time how poor quality this bike is, all at the same time. And I knew what I was getting ahead of time, so I couldn't really complain about any of the complaints because I knew that they'd be there. Like, I knew that it would be slow, and I knew that it would be quiet. And that's basically why I bought it, is because slow means good fuel mileage, good gas mileage, and quiet means I'm not going to be bugging my neighbors first thing in the morning when I take it out to go to the market and stuff like that, because that's all I got it for, is just to go to the market, just to basically just to run errands, just around the town, just go over to a buddy's house type of thing. I didn't buy it to go far, and I didn't buy it thinking that I was going to be able to like go on the freeway or actually mod it out to make it fast or anything like that. You don't buy a slow bike and then think that you're gonna like do a bunch of stuff to it and make it fast. It's like, what's the point? Go buy a fast bike. That's my opinion. I bought this because of exactly what it was, is just like a little run around town mobile, and that's what I use it for. But there are a bunch of things on it that suck, and I have changed most of those things. My main concerns when I do a review on a bike, or when I watch a review on a bike, are performance aspect type stuff. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So from a performance standpoint, okay, the tires suck. Everybody says they do. I was like, oh no, everybody's just, no, they suck. They're like not rubber. They're like made out of plastic or something. They're like the crappiest tires known to man, and you gotta replace them. You'll die if you don't. That's the first thing. And then one of the things that you realize that sucks about this bike, when you replace the tires, you realize that the rims weigh like 100 pounds each. And it might even be worth it to get like aluminum rims. I know they sell aluminum rims for these bikes, and I think that would be a major performance upgrade. I didn't do that yet. It's still got the stock super heavy steel rims on it, but whatever. And then going from there, the tires suck, the brakes suck, and the only reason the brakes suck is because of the lines. You got to get the braided lines. I got the braided lines front and back. I think they were like 30 bucks and 30 bucks. It was dirt cheap. It's more of a pain in the butt to actually swap them out and bleed the brakes and do all that than it is to buy them. Buying them's not a big deal. And that improves the brakes. And another thing I did to improve the brakes is the spring on the pedal for the rear brake it was super stiff, and it oh, I'm not supposed to go up here. Uh-oh. And I'm all nervous now. It was a really heavy spring, and it made it so you had to push like really hard on the brake on the foot pedal to actuate the rear brake, and it made it feel like the brake wasn't working good, but it wasn't that it wasn't working good, it was just that you weren't pushing it hard enough because the spring was so hard. So I just put like a softer spring. I went to the hardware store, got a softer spring for it, and wow, that'd be nice to live up here. That dude's got a cool view, man. So that was it for the brakes. And then another thing that sucks is the suspension, and that required a little bit more money. That cost me, that was about like 700 and something bucks, because I got the rear shock, was like 500 I think, and then I got the replacement cartridges for the front, and that was like 2 something. So it was like $700 or whatever to do the suspension, but that's all Öhlins. That's a brand new replacement Öhlins rear shock, and the Öhlins front cartridges with the stiffer springs and everything, and that's a major upgrade. That made it, between the tires and the suspension, it handles super good. And then the way the brakes are now, it's like, woo, I mean, it's very safe. It's a very safe bike now compared to how it was. The road is really slick right now, and I'm taking it easy because these tires that I got for the bike, my only complaint about them is anytime it is slick like this or wet, you feel it. The tires do not like it. When it's dry, they're cool. Everything's all good. Best tires in the world. But when it's a little bit wet, they do not like it. And they're what I got was a Midas racing tire, and it's just like a set that I got off eBay. I forget how much it was, maybe like $150 for both tires. And the front one is like the super soft compound, and then the rear is like the medium compound, and it's a good balance of being able to trust your front tire and at the same time not having the rear tire wear out as quickly. Like, I think if it was a super soft in the rear, it would not be good. But that is the three major things to me about this bike is the tires, the suspension, and the brakes. Gotta mess with those three things. As far as the engine goes, I haven't done a thing to it. It's slow and it's quiet. It's still got the stock air cleaner and the stock exhaust and everything. I haven't messed with it because that's what I was going for. I wanted it quiet, and I wanted to get good gas mileage, and I didn't care that it was slow. So that's where I'm at on this bike. And I mean, I've done a couple other things, you know, like I put a tail tidy on it to make it, you know, look a little nicer in the rear, get rid of that rear fender thing, and I did the mirrors like I was saying. But it's, in general, like, the necessities to me are those three things. Take care of your tires and your brakes and your suspension, and you'll be really happy with this bike. So that's it for the Honda Grom. That's all I got for that. And I will talk to you later. Have a great day.